Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For everybody who's new here, my name is Vanessa. I'm 24 years old and I do makeup as a hobby on YouTube and Instagram. I will put all my socials down below. Please consider subscribing. We are playing with the Bperfect Cosmetics Carnival #3 Love Tahiti Palette by Stacie Marie. She is like the most amazing makeup artist. This is literally like my first palette that I actually have from her collabs. There are like 2 more obviously, and I was just sitting down playing a little bit and I'm like super impressed with the pigmentation. So if you're interested in that, just keep on watching and let's just dive right into the video. So pretty much it is like, I love greens. If you haven't been on my channel before, like I love greens. I do a lot of green eye looks. Most of the times when I try a new palette, I do use the greens because I just like doing them. But I did my liner in purple, and this is actually the Amethyst shimmer shade in the palette. I will show you the palette real quick. It is literally beautiful. Like, I'm very drawn to all these green colors right here, especially bamboo. I feel like this is like just the variety of greens you get in combination with like these blue and turquoise ones is like super nice, and then those shimmer shades are literally like amazing, and I love orange as well. So I'm pretty impressed with like the certain shades of orange you get. So overall, like this palette is just really nice, and I wasn't gonna try this. Like, I was just scared I wasn't gonna like it. I don't know why, but like sometimes I feel like a lot of influencers, they rave about a palette and then I get it and it just doesn't work for me at all. But this one works pretty fine. This is like the first look I did with this, so I thought before it's just not ever going to be seen, I will, you know, film it. So I'm gonna start off with priming my eyes with the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White. It looks like so. Lately I love this a lot, so that's why I always be using it. It's more waxy, so I sometimes feel like when you have a dry shadow, it just blends the shadow way better. And I just, you know, tap this in, and then I will tap it out until I feel like it's set. So again, right now it's still on. It hasn't really set yet, so I'm just keep patting it in until I feel like it's set. And the first brush that I'm using is from the Jessup Bamboo set. It's like a 15-piece brush set, and this is the Look Soft Definer brush. The 227, it is like a little bit flat. I don't know if you can actually like be able to see. It's flat but kind of blending. I did dip into Lagoon first. It's this color right here, and I'm not gonna even lie, when I first placed this I was like, wow, this goes on like nothing than how I expected, because the pigmentation is there, don't get me wrong, but I just expected different from the formula. Like the shadows are way harder pressed than I expected. Like, I thought they would be like more softly pressed, but you kind of just like dig into the shadow, and like there's not that much kickback. So I'm just getting my shape right now, and then we will do the blending. I got this trick from Make Me Up Missile, because like sometimes I blend out everything first and then it's just not gonna match the other eye. So I'm just gonna do my shape, see like where my blue is like on the other side, and then I just define it more. So this is all I'm gonna do for now, and then I switch to a smaller pencil brush. This is the Jessup 230, and this is actually, yeah, the pencil brush. And I dip into Lagoon again, and I just wanted to define this in the crease some more. I'm just doing the same steps. I laid it more pigmented than I did when I first started out this look, because I already know where I'm gonna end up with the color, so I'm just doing it just to do it pretty much. So I did the same on both sides, and that was pretty much all I did with that one shade. I then went ahead and I do have a color switch, and I talk about this a lot, because like you can switch up the pigment from like your blending brush or any brush, and you were able to use it with a similar shade or just a complete different shade. And this is the Morphe 456 brush. This is like a good brush to actually like blend out things. So first I'm just gonna blend out like the corner blue shade, and I'm actually just placing it like a little bit higher. And when I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and use Reef, this shade right here. It is like so beautiful. It is like the most, it's like a true turquoise, I would say. And it's super pigmented and it just blends like a dream. Like all of these pigments blend like a dream. So I'm using this brush to literally just like put this on the edge to blend the edge and make it more turquoise. And with this brush I will actually now mimic like that nose contour that I have, because it just gives me a wider inner corner, which allows me to create a nicer cut crease in my opinion. So I'm just gonna like drag this over here, and I want the turquoise to be like pretty intense right here. So I'm just tapping this on, and this is literally all we're gonna do. And then we're dipping into one more color. Like this was a super simple look and I really like this and definitely love this palette already. I will dip into this color right here, and I use a different, this is also the just a bamboo set. I really like these brushes. This is the 230, and I will dip into lime, and this is super pigmented, and I'm just gonna drag this now also on the edge. And it's gonna create this amazing like neonish, like it gives the look, the uniqueness of the color combination that I really love. It almost reminds me a little bit of the Trendy in Tokyo palette. This does from BH Cosmetics. It does have this one shade that's called Wasabi, but this is like a shimmer shade. And when I did my look with the BH Cosmetics palette, I actually wanted to achieve something like this. But I had to dip in back and forth with a lot of colors in actually in order to get semi-close to what I'm doing right now. This look is just way better blended, and obviously I did work on my makeup skills, like whatever works for my eye shade. And I feel like pretty happy with how I created this look. And now I'm just gonna blend the edge right here. And what I'm actually gonna try to do is feather it out some more, and then like adjust like the fade of the colors on this side. So I'm actually doing the frame first, and then I go back in with different shades to just like adjust it. But overall, like I'm actually pretty close to how this eye looks like. It's just like crazy how nice these colors blend. And then I went back with the same Morphe brush, and I go back into Reef, which was like that true turquoise. And I just place it like back on edge to get like my turquoise back a little bit. And then I go back into Lagoon and get back of that as well. For that, I'm using the same brush that I did first time, and that was the soft definer brush. And I'm dipping back into Lagoon, and now I'm just tapping this on because I need a very deep pigmentation on the outer corner. So now I'm just tapping this in, and then I can still blend it, because the good thing about this brush is you can like tap on and then blend out. It's like super soft, and it just does like what I need it to do. And like you see, now I can get like this fade, and I'm just dragging it like in the inside. Like I start and then I go this way, like towards my inner corner instead of outer, because it just gives me the opportunity to blend how I want it. And then when I'm okay with it, I will just tap like the edge and just like feather it like a little bit. Like I want to have the softest feather, like the softest fade, if that makes sense. Like I don't want it to be like very forced and harsh. So this is how I typically do that. And then I just place some more like right here. Like it's so easy to blend, like so easy. And then I go back into the key lime and just like blend this here like a little bit. And I kind of want to put some turquoise as in the Reef. So I'm gonna use this brush again, and I put like a little bit of that Reef on there on the edge to just make it like more cohesive. And that's where we're at. I'm using the pencil brush for Lagoon and placing this like on my lower lash line to like the middle, just like so. And then what I did was I used key lime, I think, key lime, and blended like that outer core, like the edge pretty much. Like I blended it like so. I hope you can see. And then I went back with the reef color, the turquoise, and I placed it like in the middle, and when I do this, it just kind of makes it like blend nicer together. Alright, for my cut crease, I did use some regular makeup remover. It's oil free though, like it doesn't contain any oil. Then I just started to like, they are shaped different, so I kind of always try to adjust it. It never really ends up happening. So I just leave it like that, and then I go on top with the brush that I used for laying down a base. I just tap pretty much the makeup remover, I tap on top of it, because obviously it removes makeup, so if you place down something, it could technically ruin, it would just slide on top and wouldn't really stick. And then I used the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in Halo White. It's almost empty, like it's literally almost empty. I think it's even sold out everywhere. I think they replaced it, but I really like this one, so I don't know if I will buy whatever they intended to replace this with. And then I used the same brush again. This is the Jessup 222. Looks all over shader. And from the bamboo set, I have them in different styles pretty much, like the white brush set, the black one with the rose gold. But I really like the bamboo the most so far because they're just like so soft. And then I pat it down and that's all I'm doing. Literally, like, it's so simple. And then I started off with, also this is a Jessup brush, the Detail Shader brush. I'm just gonna use, yeah, nah, I can still use it. I'm cleaning it off with my color switch. And then I dip into Reef, which was the true turquoise. And I placed this in the middle of my lid. And the reason as to why was because, as you can see here, I have this like in the middle, and then I have like it on the inner corner, but I'm kind of going, like, I'm following the shade of my eyeball, which means naturally I have like a shadow right here. So what I was trying to do, or what I'm typically doing, is I'm placing the pigment like so, and I leave like a little space, like a little line, almost like a negative space, if that makes sense. And then I follow like the natural shade of, like, literally my eye would, like a normal cut crease would start right here, and like this all wouldn't even be in a corner, but like I said, I drag my inner corner out. So it just helps me a lot with creating like a nice shape. Then, because I don't care about like the outer corner, because I will blend this with Lagoon. So I clean off the brush and then I dip into Key Line. And I just place this like right here and just create like in that negative space, I put the green. And then I clean off the brush and I go into Lagoon and finish off the outer corner. So this is like finished off, and then I just try to like drag it out a little bit more. And my daughter's coming. Oh, hello, little lady. Oh, what's going on? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So what I was saying was I need to blend the outer corner. So we're cleaning off the brush, and then we're going back into Reef and just patting this on the corner, just like so. And then I clean it off again and use Lagoon. And now I just like tap this back and forth until I get like the blend that I want. And I always like to place like a little bit of the dark like up here, so it just like matches, if that makes sense. And then I want to go ahead with this brush, and that was the Lux Definer brush. It's like the flat one that is pretty great to blend, and I'm actually going to use this to blend now. I'm doing the same motions that I did before, picking a little bit up and just placing it where I want it. And then I will use Key Lime and just like place this here again. What I like about the light shadows is that they typically are like a little bit dry, but this one is like still like super pigmented and it blends very nice. First, I've used the Crowns Up Cosmetics black eyeliner. The packaging looks like so, it literally just looks like an eyeliner, and it has like a tip like so. It's pretty pigmented, gives you like detail as well. I could even create like a cat eye with that. And then I've used the Essence Super Precise Eyeliner. It's long lasting, waterproof. I don't know if they still sell it because this is the last one I'm on. It is like a brush tip, but like really, really fine, and it just gives you like the opportunity to drag it out really fine and nice. And I can't buy it no more, and I'm so upset because this is like one of the best liners I have. And then I used the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner. I've talked about this many times on my channel. Love them. The Crowns Up Cosmetics liner is like, it's like a Canadian owned brand. I do have a code with them. It's Nessa15 at the checkout. You will receive like a little discount. I'm not gonna receive anything, but I really am convinced of the brand. I really like the packaging, how the brand looks like. I will link everything down below. And if you're interested, just check them out, use my code, and just save yourself some coin. Pretty simple. It's like super black as well. It covers up the shadow pretty nice. I just find with my skin on my eyes, it's pretty wrinkly, so I will never ever get like one really precise and neat line with one liner. So I'm pretty glad that I have more to like work with. And now this just goes like to the outer corner, just like so. Like as you can see, it's super easy to work with. And I actually used the Essence liner to make like the top line more neat, as in straight. And I think I adjusted like a little bit on the inner corner. And then I've used the brush tip liner to do like my wing. And I like this because it's just like super easy to do like a small wing with. Like I didn't want a long wing, I just wanted to have like the smallest, tiniest wing ever. And at that point I didn't even know that I was gonna put like the shimmer shade on top, but I reminded myself that Make Me Up Missa does this a lot, where she puts like on a black liner just a color. I will use Amethyst. And this is like the most gorgeous shimmer shade in the palette. Like this one is also very nice, this one is very nice. I think my favorite, if I look at it, is this one, but I'm pretty impressed or like pretty excited to, anyways, I'm gonna use Amethyst. And then I switched to I think this is a dough color. It's like a fine, I don't know how do you even call these liner brushes. It's like pretty fine for like the outer wing to just like, I just wanted to get it like super precise. It's like so stunning with like the purple. It just gives the look like an extra, I don't know. And I think we are at the end of the video. I hope this didn't take too long. I hope you enjoyed. If I could recommend a palette, get either this one, the second one, or the first one. The first one is like a smaller pan size, but overall I can say like this palette is amazing. I really can't wait to play with it more. If you want to stay tuned, you need to subscribe, put on the bell notification, because otherwise you won't ever see any upload that I make unless you're stalking me. Other than that, I will put all my socials down below, like I said, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!